divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 78 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick-start offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now ETN to start the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Lance. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lance. He's He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you get a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the first carry here for their running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kramer, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Check mash, check mash.
On 2nd down, it's Kramer. And he is in. Touchdown, touchdown run. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on second and long. Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 87 yards for him on the ground so far. A great start to this divisional round contest.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
21-0 our score after one. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To try again after the sack. Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
4 sacks and a safety already. If you gave your coach those numbers an entire game, he'd be ecstatic. Getting that type of production in less than a half of football, that goes beyond anything they expected coming in.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with a heightened intensity of the postseason, these two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders just continue to roll. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the 6. Wait. Green back. Black open. Cut.
To throw, it's Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 44, Lance. And the Raiders have got him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke because, all right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. From the gun, it's Lance. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A final shot before half for Lance. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A final shot before break. Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half. But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Blue striker. Long red. White blue.
And Lance now to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Lance now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 31, Lance. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Lance. Being chased out left. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go, back. White 60. Light blue.
Desperation time here. Lance. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He hits Adams, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Up the middle they go. Kramer, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now Lance.
And my goodness, now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
ETN up the middle.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are looks like they will. This defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A gain of 3, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
Second down and 7.
Ready.
The Lance going to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense, and frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Right. Read that. Black open. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball. Whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final try now for Lance. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.